Hi, this is Ron with Mobile Fix Automotive again. Hopefully with a helpful tip to help all you guys with the Chevy Vortecs that are experiencing a P0171 code and a P0174 code but cannot find a vacuum leak on the intake manifold or the surrounding areas. These trucks are known for having fuel pump issues where the fuel pump runs but doesn't supply the engine with enough fuel pressure to run under load. I see this quite often. I used to have the opinion, along with a lot of other technicians, that fuel pumps on the GMs either run or they don't. So when they don't run, they shut off, or they're running fine with full pressure. And then over the last few years, I found a bunch of these, and this one I just happened to have in front of me while I had a camera handy, so I'm going to film this for you. What you're going to want to do is, there's an access dust cover right here on the top of the engine. It's got an 8mm screw right here. Loosen that screw and pull this access cover off. To save time on the video, I've already installed my fuel pressure gauge, and it basically taps right here onto the fuel rail, which is on the passenger side. It's the right side of the engine. Once that is hooked up, walk yourself around the vehicle, and you're going to turn the ignition switch to the on position but not start it. This is going to light up the dashboard, give power to your computer. And this is basically what we're looking at. There we go, there's a better shot. P0171 P0174. Fuel System 2 Lean Bank 1 and Fuel System 2 Lean Bank 2. Now, I cleared these codes yesterday during pre-diagnostics, as well as run a smoke test, and took it for a test drive. And before I got to the end of our street, which is a quarter of a mile, the check engine light came back on for these two codes, which is an indication that it's a big issue for it to come back that fast. So here's the reason why I can tell you this is a fuel pump, lazy fuel pump. We're going to start the engine. And you can hear it's a lazy pump right now because it's cranking and cranking. Okay, so now the engine's on. Gonna walk back around here. We're gonna note what our fuel pressure reading is. You notice that it's fluctuating around 28, 29 PSI, right around 30. Okay, that's 20 PSI too low. Now, yesterday during pre-diagnostics, when I was looking at this, it was down just over 20 PSI. So I verified that the fuel pressure regulator, which is right here on the driver's side, see this vacuum line piece right here? This is your fuel pressure regulator. I tested that, and the fuel pressure regulator is fine. So basically, we now know that the fuel pressure is inadequate for this vehicle to drive under load, and he does tow a trailer with it. He was having problems for the last couple of months actually being able to climb hills, and then his check engine light came on and he needs to get it smogged. So this was an issue. He needs to get the check engine light fixed. Well, it turns out it ends up being a fuel pump issue, not an air leak. So for those of you that are scratching your heads trying to figure out where the air leak's at on your 5.3 liters or your 6 liters, or your 4.8 liters for that matter, because they're all basically the same size engine, just different internals. Check the fuel pump pressure and take it for a drive, get it nice and hot, and then retest it again. If your fuel pressure is below 50 PSI, put a good quality Delphi pump in it and a new fuel filter, and it'll take care of that problem. All right, once again, Ron with Mobile Fix Automotive out of Lake Elsinore, California. So we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.